Here we have the 4-hour price chart from Microsoft Corporation, stock ticker MSFT. So if we kind of drill in here a bit, we can see some interesting price action to start the week. Many tech stocks, and I think the market broadly, it would be fair to characterize as being bullish to start the beginning of this week. We have seen some modest upside price movements in stocks like Broadcom and Palantir. Some roughly sideways to positive price movements so far in Apple. But if we look closely at the Microsoft chart here, we can see a bit of two-way price action here that is a bit surprising, given the fact that the broader trajectory here does seem to be in the bullish direction. So as we can see here, we did get a stronger close to start the week. A stronger open to start the week, and we have broken above prior resistance levels, which we're seeing at 428.93. But at the same time, what we're noticing here is that this is a red candle. So what this really means is that we've seen a reversal from these highs quite quickly. There are some key event risks that are going to be affecting Microsoft this week. Microsoft does report earnings this week, which will obviously be important for the individual stock price. But then in addition to that, we also have earnings releases from Apple, Amazon, and Meta platforms. So this would be 4 of the 7 Mag 7 stocks will be reporting earnings this week. So this does create some event risks as far as any rallies that are likely to unfold here near term. So it's not totally surprising to see that we did see the stronger open. There does seem to be a little bit of optimism here, possibly some bargain buying here at the lows. But overall, the trajectory here does remain once again to the downside, as we can see in these trading volumes here, which are definitely showing more red than green. So we are seeing more selling pressure rather than buying activity, during these last few trading sessions. So overall, I do expect this stock to trade with a bit of uncertainty here into this earnings release. We do need to define some important support and resistance levels, however, so we can sort of develop a game plan in both directions and determine, what is the most likely price action. What price action is most likely to occur, if we see a positive earnings result versus a negative earnings result. So currently, I'll just stay on this time frame for a bit longer here, just to take a look at these Fibonacci readings here that we're seeing, because we are trading at fairly critical levels at the moment. If we're looking at the move that was generated from the 404.50 lows from May 31st, and then extend this price move to the 468.35 all-time highs that were posted on July 5. We can see that prices currently have just bounced off of the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement, which comes in just below 418.80. So this is a significant price level here, because if we were to see a downside break at this point, the next downside target from a Fibonacci perspective would be a full retracement of this broader move here. So in other words, we would be giving back all of these gains, because the next downside target would be those lows at 404.50. Currently, we do have to sort of look at this more recent price action as well, because we have recently broken below this 200 period exponential moving average on the 4-hour chart. That would be this blue line here. So there are some negative signals here, but currently prices are being held up by the fact that we did see a bounce off of this 786 retracement. Next, we will kind of drill into the hourly chart here, just to get a bit of a closer look at this most recent trend wave lower. So here's the 786 retracement level, this sort of white line here, and we can see that this area was retested again during the July 25 trading session. More recently, this recent price bar here, was fairly positive. I mean, we can see a breakup of this 20-hour exponential moving average. That would be the yellow line here, the descending yellow line, as well as this historical resistance zone, which came in at roughly 429.30. So this is a fairly decent break here on a short-term bias here, a short-term perspective. The only problem currently is the fact that we do have these other three exponential moving averages here, and this could sort of slow down potential price movements higher going forward. Uh, in addition to this, we do have to note that the relative strength index reading has recently moved out of oversold territory. We can see here during the July 25 trading session, the relative strength index did move to roughly the 20 mark, which is a fairly heavily oversold reading in the RSI. This is a scale that goes from 0 to 100. Readings below 30 would be considered oversold. Ratings below 10 would be considered extremely oversold. So we're sort of in the middle of that range here at the 20 mark. And this is a heavily oversold reading. And then we did start to see more of a bounce here. And we're not yet reaching the midpoint of this histogram here. We're still trading below the 50 mark. So this does suggest that there is a significant amount of room here to extend to the top side. But with all of that said, we do have to consider the fact that there is a fundamental reason why buyers might be reluctant to sort of step into the market at this stage. As we can see here, if we pull out, there has been a substantial amount of selling pressure that has been directed at this stock over the last 2 weeks. This is obviously one of the largest companies in the world. Sometimes it is the largest company in the world, depending on, what Apple and Nvidia are doing at the moment. So to see price declines like this, it is a very significant price movement, and it does make investors a bit concerned about investing in the market in general, not even just with Microsoft specifically. This kind of price action can be discouraging, and it can make investors a bit reluctant to sort of step in even at these lower levels. This does sort of explain this, upward price movement into the open, and then this quick reversal back toward the lows of the session, because as we can see here, this is a red candle, even though we did break some fairly significant resistance levels on the historical basis. To the downside, the main level that I'm watching comes in at roughly 417.70. This area should be tested if we see a negative earnings result here. And then if we do see a positive result, I would expect to see a break above this 441.50 area, which is the 200 period exponential moving average on the hourly charts. So here's the current market update for Microsoft Corporation, stock ticker MSFT. Massive market-beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.